Vroom, vroom. Driving. I'm driving on the road in my car. Driving. Alright, this is the second take of this video. I already botched the first one by not knowing what to say. But look, we're here in the Stone Hills. I'm gonna try to not do a third take of this video. You can see that this is the Stone Hills. And what we'll start with is redundant place names. Because I passed through Stone Hills, and I was just thinking, like, is that redundant? Like, is like stone, like, obviously there's gonna be stones like on a hill, right? Like, it just seems like an obvious, it's like, duh, there's stones on the hill. Like, I guess if it's like really stony hills, then it's like, well, okay, it's not just like more stones than normal. It's like, okay. But it's like, then I was thinking, like, I mean, how different is it to saying like dirt hills? Like, okay, I guess you could have like sand hills. That is a real place. But like, it just struck me as like, oh, come on, guys. Like, obviously there's stones on the hill, or like part of the hill. Like, that's just how it works usually. But like, I guess it's not that clean cut, because like, then I was thinking about other examples, and it's like, well, so the thing that always constantly peeves me whenever I see it is Lake Creek. Like, it just, I mean, it's not like, I've come around to it a little bit, where it's not like the worst, where at first I was like, oh, you might as well just call it Water Creek, like, or like River Creek, or Stream Creek. It's like, come on, like, it's so redundant. But like, I feel like Ocean Creek, it's like, like, it's alright. And then like Lake Creek is like, it's not like the worst. It's not Creek. But like, just seems very redundant. Like, there's so many other things you can call it other than Lake Creek. Yeah, it just seems very redundant, and I don't like it. But then I was thinking about other possible, like, hypothetical names. So you'd like, if you had something called like Granite Cliffs, like, is that, I mean, I guess you could have different, like, the cliffs can be different types of rocks, so it's like not the worst, but it's like, yeah, duh, like, the cliffs are made out of rock. I guess if you called it like Rock Cliffs, like, that's a bit, it's like, I mean, I guess Rock Cliffs, like, there's some ring to that name, you know, like, it's not the worst. I don't, like, what would, like Ravine Cliffs, I don't know. I just am annoyed by redundant place names. And like, obviously now we're on this spectrum where it's like, how redundant is it? Is it even redundant at all? Am I just dumb? Like, am I just thinking about this in the wrong way? Like, am I just jumping to conclusions? So, yeah. I'm distracted by birds, which I kind of wanted to happen, but like, now it's this terrible in between where like the bird hasn't popped out and made itself immediately apparent to me, where I can just stop the video. I just heard it, and it's like I can't really go access it because there's this fence here. Okay. Well, I got the desired effect. The bird popped out, and I had to quickly end the video. But it was unfortunately not the bird I wanted to see. It was just a junco. So we'll carry on. Anyway, gradient of redundant place names, which may or may not be that redundant. They're kind of redundant. I don't really know. I don't like redundant place names. It's like, just seems lazy. Like, come on, do better. It's like, it's like just naming streets after letters. Like, come on, it's not that hard to just, oh, here's some ravens. To just think of a real name. Like, there's infinite number of things you could call it, and instead you've just called it a letter. Anyway, sorry, really just like getting into other video topics, and we just need to keep it on track. Is this a bird? It's gonna be it's not a bird, there's no way. Here's really great content though for this video. Anyway, back on track. I have notes that I wrote on my hand. Okay, we're gonna move on to all-time names, all-time place names. You've got these, so we're going from like bad place names, which I kind of want to talk more about, but like, I don't know. I could just come up with like more bad examples, like, you know, Ocean Sea, or like, well, it's like, I guess I need to do more maybe I'll do like maybe I can get like some comments on this video from people to like get back to me, and I can do a more researched version. We'll put that's like the carrot for me to like do the rest of this video, is that maybe I'll do more of this later. Anyway, all-time names. Look, some names are really good. And that's what we're gonna talk about right now. For example, like, okay, so it's not clear to me if this is like a mountain range or if it's just like a mountainous area of mountains. Anyway, the Enchantments in central Washington, I guess. Anyway, by Leavenworth, Washington, if you folks know where that is. Just like some really nice, like, high mountains, and collectively they're called the Enchantments, which is like such a good name. Like, it just like so beautifully describes like that these are like super cool, like awesome, like mystical mountains. Like, there's just like, I just can't say anything else. It's just anything else. It's just like, that's just a really great name. It's an all-time name.
Okay, so we've just got a quick interruption to talk about the Firth of Forth. That's right, the Firth of Forth. What a great name. I mean, maybe my favorite name of anything in the entire world. It is it's the Firth of Forth. I mean, what else do I need to say? But if you're wondering what a firth is, it's like an estuary, kind of. It's like, according to Wikipedia, it's linguistically cognate to fjord. So it's like an inlet, you know, pretty. I was gonna say pretty standard. It's not that standard. It's a cool thing, I think. And so it's excuse me, the Firth of the River Forth, among other rivers. And I mean, just like the alliteration, like Firth and Forth, both cool words. You put them together, I don't think you can get any better than that.
Another all-time name, Last Chance Gulch in Helena. It's a road, but it's also the name of the gulch that the road goes into. And you know, it's from the olden mining days, where it's like, oh, this is your last chance, and it's this gulch. You gotta strike it rich. But like, it's just like, I mean, I think I really like gulch as a word, like a descriptor of like a, you know, I don't know, like small, narrow valley. I think gulch is a good word, good like Western word, you know. And then it's like, oh, it's a last chance. Like, it's just a great name. I think personally, other people may disagree. Last Chance Gulch, and then similar like Western vibes. Rough and Ready Creek, and I guess it's also like the Rough and Ready Wilderness. Is that right? Rough and Ready place in southwestern Oregon. Like, you go there and it's like, yeah, this is pretty rough and ready, like it's accurate, and it's like, oh man, like just a great, like, just conjures up these like images of like Western, like classic Western things. Like it's just like a Western place, you know, where it's like, oh, this is rough and ready, this creek, like this is real Western vibes. So that's pretty great. I'm a fan of that. Please submit your own all-time place names for the sequel to this video, which will definitely be made. Anyway, moving on to the East Coast, which, look, there's, you know, the East Coast. I'm from the West Coast, so inherently I'm biased. And I've also just been there. And, you know, it's all right. There's a lot of downsides to the East Coast, but one of the upsides, one of the few, is good place names. And I specifically mean place names that are like named after like indigenous names or indigenous words or indigenous tribes. I think those, like, I like them because they're so like unusual to me. Like I'm not used to them. They're used to, like, I guess, like how the language is, and so it's just like, you know, I don't know, it's very nice. And I think like you could have like a nice, like, unusual language, but like the way that it is just very satisfying to me. Like all the, like, you've got like Nantucket and then like other Tuckets and like now I'm gonna forget all the like endings to these words, but anyway, they're really good. One of the few redeeming qualities of the East Coast.
I pulled up this map of the like Massachusetts coastal area, Cape Cod area, with the, I guess, like English names and then the indigenous names, and as you can see, they're just really good. A lot of like Ets, very popular. You know, nets and cats and Mets and you know, so on. Just a big fan. So yeah, just thought I'd put this in here to prop up my poor memory.
And that's all that I have written on my hand. You can see I did write myself notes on my hand. So yeah, until next time, until I encounter more good and or bad place names, signing off. Me signing off from the Stone Hills. I just remembered that I was gonna do a little, like, a fun question, like would you rather, as a, like, to close out this video. And I was reminded of it because I saw one of the signs that was gonna be part of this. And so here's the thing. What sign would you least want to see when you're driving on the highway, on a highway or interstate, really? I don't think we need to distinguish that. That you don't know at night. Which sign would you least want to see? And so would it be like severe storm area, like what? Now this is not going to be as good because I've forgotten the sign names. We'll probably pass by them like the next half hour, but I'm going to do this now. So anyway, like severe storm area, maybe severe winter storm area. Anyway, the other one is like, don't pull off on the side of the road on the shoulder because of like severe, like, then it's like severe dust storm or like severe windstorm warning. And these are just like static, like standard signs. It's like
they just always are here. It's not like it's like a flashing, like, imminent danger, like this volcano's about to erupt and you're fucked. And then finally, the sign says, entering deer migration corridor. So just ponder that. Which of these signs, the like severe storm warning, and then don't pull off on the side of the road because of like severe dust storms. So those two are kind of similar. Or deer migration area. So just think about that, and maybe I'll have an addendum to this addendum where after I see the actual signs, I'll clarify that. Okay, so it says dust storm area, do not stop on roadway.